gentleman yields. I now recognize my colleague from Tennessee, Mr. Ogles, for 5 minutes of testimony.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. American people have witnessed record-breaking numbers of illegal alien apprehensions across the southern border, increased instances of human trafficking and sexual assault, and the continued unfettered flow of opioids, including fentanyl, into our communities. Very few, if any, individuals working in the Biden administration have faced any meaningful sanction or punishment for their role in undermining the sovereignty of America. There were 341,000 apprehensions at the U.S. land borders in September, setting an all-time record, Mr. Chairman. 309,000 apprehensions were calculated in October, marking the second highest total. Between 16.8 million and 29 million illegals currently reside in the United States today, and more foreign nationals are incentivized to similarly break our laws. Non-public data from the Department of Homeland Security indicates that the department has released at least 2.15 million illegal aliens into the United States between January 2021 through March 2023. Over 99% of these illegal aliens, 99.7, have effectively been protected against removal. While this administration continues to subsidize lawbreakers, our fellow citizens are forced to bear the consequences. This administration's indifference to the very real suffering of the American people has continued and compounding effects. My constituents inform me daily of the impact of Joe Biden's open border agenda on their families and communities. An estimated 162,000 illegal aliens now live in my home state of Tennessee, as do their 56,000 U.S.-born children. Illegal aliens add about 50,000 students to local schools and cost taxpaying citizens of my state an average of $4,456 per illegal alien. Education costs stand at approximately $571 million. Costs related to police, legal, and corrections concerns absorbed to an added $175.6 million. In total, illegal aliens cost volunteer state taxpayers, my home state, our home state, $97.3 million, almost $1 billion in 2023, Mr. Chairman. This is to say nothing of the heart-wrenching human cost of these policies. Overdose deaths in Tennessee have increased by 200% over the last 5 years, driven in part by nearly doubling of fentanyl seizures at the southern border from FY22 to FY2023. 14,100 pounds to be specific versus 26,700 pounds, sir. In my own district, authorities were finally able to apprehend an illegal alien male charged with drugging and raping 10 boys from the ages of 9 to 17 earlier this year. Like my colleague from Knoxville, Tim Burchett, I also was county executive. I saw firsthand the crimes committed by illegals. I attended the deaths of children who overdosed because of fentanyl from our southern border. This has to stop. Even while Tennesseans are asked to carry out the financial and human cost of illegal immigration, the Biden administration continues to leave no stone unturned in undermining my state's ability to respond to the crisis. Just last week, the Department of Justice imposed a $700,000 fine on trucking companies in Chattanooga for thoroughly vetting non-citizens and ensuring that any non-citizens were in the United States illegally. Mr. Chairman, we have a company in our home state trying to follow the law, and they were punished. Mr. Chairman, I would encourage the committee to take up the impeachment of President Joe Biden, to have the hearings, to get the facts, to hear the testimony, and to find out if this president compromised our country, if this president compromised the safety and the well-being of our citizens, and to find out if this president is guilty and should be impeached. Mr. Chairman, I thank you for your time. It's an honor to be here, and I yield back.
The gentleman yields, and we now have members here. Do you have any questions, Mr. Higgins?
I have a comment, Mr. Chairman, if I may.
Certainly.
I thank the gentleman for appearing before us today. And regarding your final questions about our inaugurated president, I would say the answer is yes, yes, and yes.
Yes, sir.
I concur.